What a good way to end the last episode. I expected it to happen at some point, but much further down the line, it made in my head more sense. But that just shows you how much is still left to go in this show, seeing as we're only about to head into episode 7 and there's 16 in total. That's a lot that's still got to happen, and these episodes aren't short in time length. And I wonder what happens in the outcome. I wonder how long it takes until we get to the trial. But really smart of Kam Yohan to do what he did. And we've got to see the build up bit by bit now by having flashbacks of the past and finding out why he is the way he is. And so it makes sense. These are the people he would seek vengeance against and revenge because of what they did. They destroyed his family's lives without a second thought, only about themselves. What an episode. Again, this is one of the ones that are longest in time, so you knew a lot had to go down, and a lot generally does. There's a lot of twists and turns, there's a lot of manipulation of people. We're seeing a lot of people manipulate those who will be beneficial to them or to mold them into someone like them. But it also gave you the idea how the justice system may think works in your favor, and then turns out it's really not, it never has. And the thing or the person you thought was getting justice is free. But yeah, I wasn't shocked that Mr. So died, because there felt like something was going on when he was trying to put the blame on her. But she's too smart for that. She would have had something planned well in advance. That's why she's always so calm when she talks about things as you must have a backup, you must do this. She's been doing this for a long time. Heavy implication that she pushed her mother down the stairs and killed her. We don't know if that woman we saw at the beginning, I don't know if she was that young, not the beginning of it, I don't know if she was that young girl's mother. Because she said they were orphans and runaways, or she was the head of the orphanage of the foundation. But yeah, she got pushed down the stairs. We don't know if she died, but she could be concussed. If she does wake up, who will believe her? Because that young girl will step forward and clearly say she didn't do it. Also, she created little mini-me's. There's a lot of creating little mini armies, mini-me's. We're seeing the division, the divide, who's taking whose side, and this is all done in secret. See, no one's saying their true allegiance. They are doing it bit by bit. And that's what also makes the show so captivating, because you're constantly on your toes about who's manipulating who, what's going on, what's the truth, what's reality. They give you lots of flashbacks or setting scenes for what's to come. I mean, this was a strong episode. And again, we're not even halfway through this show. So I genuinely, for a show like this, I just don't know where they can go with this show, because they set up these little things and you think, okay, but for 16 episodes, this feels like something that should or would have been set up 3, 4, 5 episodes down the line. We also, at this point, we're seeing characters, again, like their allegiance starting to shift. They don't know what's true around them and what to do. I think not all the judges, it seems, are on the same side or will be. Clearly, I can't remember her name now, but she is feeling isolated. She doesn't trust Kam Yahan, and then finding out that Hyung Khan is involved in some way and put involved. He's now in the spotlight. Something he didn't want. There's that pressure of him being put in positions, and it's there's going to be a shift there. Now that she's in charge, I wonder if it's going to be a shift to a lot of women in power in charge, because we've got a few now in high end power. Does she shift it to all the women to take control? Will we get a new president, a vice president, or like when his wife take over? But yeah, we also saw the element of them talking about it being a game and it being competition and the fun of it, plus about publicity. And constantly, if you notice, there is advertisement There are slogans, there are campaigns, there are things stuck on benches. There's a constant use of publicity here, and they say about publicity manipulating the audience, and this is what's happening. They've skipped the trial elements, and they kind of give you bits and pieces. Like there was a trial, but not a full on. This is we. I give you 1 week to find out information, but they're all showing their hands, and this is where this game gets deadly because Kang Yohan isn't the only one who can switch things around because now the public will be in mourning, but also it now puts him on a back burner because for this to happen, and he has 1 week to prove elements that. Obviously, you don't underestimate him, but you also have to think: how is he going to? What is he going to do? There were so many twists and turns. Honestly, this is a type of show that you could be silent for so much of it because you're in shock and awe and you're trying to guess where things are going to go. And that's what I really like. I really enjoy this show. It's very, very heavy. So it does take a little bit of time to sit down and actually watch these. But then you get right back into it. Like that was such a good way to end it. And it just opens the doors, really, for director Jung to kick ass. But also, having implied that certain things happened to her because of him. But again, she's definitely had things planned out for a very long time. Like, we've seen sides of her that they allowed us that no one else is seeing, so we know how unhinged she can be and what her goals are, or at least elements of them. But she was in white, he was in black, and then because you had purity and then darkness, and in the end there was red, wasn't there? To show the sign that she's not pure anymore. Uh, Plus, he was defeated. You know how light defeats dark, they say. But yeah, it looks like. Uh, yeah, I think they all think they're gonna have the upper hand with Kang Yohan. I don't think she does. I think she knows it's a game. But for the others, they're too easy manipulated. Way too easy. I really don't know what else to say. That was just so good.